Welcome to the J Money Down Pod. I'm your host Jermaine. I got my guys Zay and Troy on this episode. Uh, we're gonna be talking about WrestleMania, Raw after WrestleMania, the change of scenery with title changes. We're gonna talk about some footage that came out last night from AEW, and we're gonna talk about we're gonna give our opinions on that stuff. So, Zay and Troy, what is on y'all's minds today?
Well,
That
coming
damn
off,
Cody Rhodes.
All right, you guys are energized. I love it.
um, no, first of all, I want to say, that was a great Mania overall. That Mania was definitely one for the ages.
Yeah.
Now, I will say I definitely had some concerns, and I'm going to voice those concerns later on in the podcast. But
Okay.
I felt like a lot of matches specifically on night one, really didn't live up to the hype. Whether it was a storyline issue or it just didn't really do it for me. But like I
Mm-hmm.
said, later on in the pod we'll discuss that exactly what
Okay.
it is.
I'm excited to talk about it later on. Troy, what's on your mind, man? I heard you
You
say
know,
that damn Cody Rhodes.
some stories are better unfinished. Um, like me, a good, nice, smart man that's probably never finished a book in his life. I wish Cody didn't finish his.
Mm.
You just gonna hate on him?
Yes, absolutely.
Man is
Oh,
not a fan of the Cody crybabies.
I'll get to that later, though.
okay. All right. Hey, I want to jump in. I want to jump straight into it, man. Last night AEW aired the video of CM Punk getting into the altercation. Troy, we talked about this on uh, our last episode of CM Punk getting into it with Jack Perry. What do
Yes.
you, what are y'all's thoughts on that? I'll go first. I feel like AEW just really like wanted some ratings or they wanted some viewership because it to me, like I said, Troy, when we talked about this in the last episode, I was like, CM Punk has no reason to lie about anything. He has nothing to lose. He gains nothing from lying. So I feel like he's just telling the truth. And lo and behold, the video showed that Punk told the truth and nothing but the truth. But I'm gonna let you guys jump into that. Go ahead, at will.
Zay, would you want to go
Mm.
first?
Oh yeah. Well, first things first, I would like to say it's kind of like with CM Punk. That's one thing I compare him to Thanos. I don't know if you guys ever watched Endgame, but he is many things, but a liar is not one of those things. And I feel
Yeah.
like if Punk says something went down, I fully believe Punk. But honestly, I just felt like that whole situation just didn't really need any type of, exposure. And I'm gonna get into that a little bit because um as you know, CM Punk, I believe it was either a podcast or he said something on Raw or I think it was a podcast or something, and he mentioned AEW briefly, and
Mm-hmm.
I guess AEW felt some sort of way because
Yeah.
everyone gets caught up in the AEW WWE war, when in
Yep.
reality it's all just wrestling. Like
It's all
it's
wrestling. Yeah.
it's it's all just wrestling, So, oh jeez. But yeah, it's all just wrestling, and I feel like it doesn't matter what you watch. If you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling or if you watch AEW or even Ring of Honor, it's just like it's all wrestling, man. Like I just
Mm-hmm.
enjoy the product.
Yeah.
We're in a really good time right now to
Really
enjoy
good time.
wrestling. So I feel like as viewers and as
Mm-hmm.
fans of wrestling, we should just enjoy what everyone else has to offer instead of putting each other, hating against
Yeah.
each other. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Us wrestling fans, we're supposed to be one unit, and instead we're all tearing each other down because somebody likes a certain wrestler or somebody likes a certain company more than another. And I feel like us wrestling fans, we're assholes, kinda. It's like if you don't agree with us, you're wrong. You know what I mean? Uh, But that's just my input. Troy, I haven't heard you talk about the AEW footage. You were talking to me so much about it. Go ahead, man.
Um, so I am gonna have to disagree with both of you to an extent. To
Oh,
an extent,
Mm.
I love the tribalism. I love the competitiveness between the two companies. I just don't think this is why I said to an extent. I don't think showing this footage was it at all.
okay.
Like you said, G. I think this was very clickbaity.
Mm-hmm.
Very, we're running low on views. We need something.
Yeah.
And I didn't really hear any of you guys mention it, but once the Young Bucks got up and got off the camera, it panned back to the commentary table, and I noticed Tony Schiavone looking very, very uncomfortable.
Mm. Yep. You
Like,
did talk to me about that.
um, you know, and I think a lot of the wrestlers backstage, I don't want to speak for them all, obviously, I don't know any of them, but I think a lot of them feel the same way. People like Malachi Black, people like, you know,
Samoa Joe. I saw
Mm-hmm.
him
Samoa
in the
Joe, people who are friends of Punk.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
I
okay.
don't think that was the right move.
Yeah.
So,
I don't think that was the right move either. But hey, what are you gonna do when the guy has billions of dollars and can do whatever he wants? I mean, he's gonna do whatever he wants at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Hey, you want to get viewership. You surely it's gonna backfire. I mean, hell, they're taking down all the videos on Twitter and all that. So I mean, hey, Tony, I hope you liked what you got. I don't know, the 5 minutes of thousands of people watching that footage and making you seem dumb. But hey, I'm not here to shit on other products or any other working places. But that's enough of that. Let's talk about the review of WrestleMania. Now, Zay, you said that you had a lot to talk about for night one with the matches not living up to their full potential. Man, I want to hear about that. Tell us about it. What did you not
Oh,
like?
okay. The Usos match. I felt I felt like that match could have delivered a lot more than what it did.
Yeah, I
It
agree.
wasn't as eventful as
Mm-hmm.
I'd hoped to be, and that if it were up to me, I probably would change a lot to the stipulation of the match. I wouldn't have added just a regular match. There would have to be some sort of special, stipulation behind it, like the whole Bloodline Rules match with Cody and Roman.
Yeah.
I would have put it up on there. And I also would have. I probably think I would have gave them more time because that tag match at the end of the night probably took up a good chunk of time. So,
Mm,
I feel like I would have, put a little bit more emphasis into it. But then I also feel like the storyline leading up to it was also lackluster. Because don't get me wrong, there was a lot of I get it. I see the vision, but it just wasn't enough for me. I just
yeah.
felt like
No, I agree.
it just wasn't enough for me.
I agree, 100%. That match was just a whole bunch of super kicks, really, in my opinion. That it like I didn't like there were no cool spots, no cool moments, nothing that match is truly forgettable
Hmm.
in my eyes. Sure, I thought I heard you try to say something.
no, I was just gonna agree with his point. I think they should have had a different stipulation, for sure. Probably like an I Quit match or a Last Man Standing, something along those
Something
lines.
like even in Extreme Rules could have done something. Hell in a Cell, Steel
Right.
Cage, like, but
Because everybody knew this was gonna be a one-off match, so they should have
yeah,
just done something with it.
yeah. Uh, Zay, you got anything else that you want to talk about? Like night one that you particularly didn't like?
Let me see. What other match didn't I
What about
like?
you, Troy?
To be honest, besides the Uso match, I thought Night One delivered pretty well.
Zach?
Mm,
What you think, Zach?
you said what?
It was Jade, Bianca, Io versus Damage Control.
Okay.
Uh, Gunther versus Sammy.
Tag match: Rey and Andrade versus
Yeah,
Dominic and
Yeah,
Santos.
that
yeah.
match. That match also didn't. I
Really?
didn't. I wasn't too into it.
I wasn't that much of a fan of that match. No.
I wasn't too
No,
much into it. I
I
mean,
like
think it had the wrong winner for sure.
I I don't get it. Why are we making Dominic lose two manias in a row?
Yeah, it made no sense.
I I just didn't get that part. But I feel like I thought Ray was gonna be passing the torch or something, but he's still winning matches. I mean, I get it. Andrade was on his team, but still, I
but
mean,
I
why
feel
make
like
Andrade go out there
I feel
just
like
to say that you had him on Mania?
But see, I feel like Dominic Mysterio really doesn't need too much wins underneath his belt because he already gets like nuclear heat.
Yeah,
Like I
true.
feel like every time he steps out, and even like the fan reaction is is already enough for him. I feel like him even just being there. I feel like I put him up there with Logan Paul as far as like fan
I
reaction.
love me some Logan Paul. Love
Yes,
him.
because their like their ability to gain reactions from the crowd is just
Mm-hmm.
uncanny, like
Yeah,
unforgettable.
absolutely. I Logan Paul. I hope you stay U.S. champion forever. You're my only champion left.
Really?
Uh, yeah. I mean, why are you your tribal chief lost?
Anyways, moving on. I think Sami Zayn beating Gunther was actually a pretty good match.
I
That was
honestly
an
wanted
amazing match.
Gunther to win that match. I'm
I
not
wanted
gonna
Gunther
lie
to
to
win though.
you.
I think we all did, but I was not mad when Sami Zayn won. I think he earned it.
I was, I was, I was pissed. I
I
was.
definitely wanted Dragunov to take the title off of him because I know he's coming to the
I
main.
wanted Chad Gable
Mhm.
to take it off of him.
I wanted Braun
Gable would have
Breaker.
made sense, but Dragunov would have also been great.
Dragonov versus Gunther definitely would have fed families. Definitely.
a hundred
Um,
percent.
who'd you say, Troy?
Definitely would have liked to see Braun Breaker.
Dude,
Ooh.
he's coming up. He's coming up to the main
That would
roster
I
because
think that would have been just a perfect way to establish him as like a top guy right away.
because he just lost the tag titles with Baron Corbin on NXT.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
did.
that'll definitely be something to look out for.
Rhea and Becky, I think they delivered on all
They
cylinders.
They
yeah,
did. I
they
feel like
did.
any match with Rhea Ripley is gonna deliver. I have no
And
complaints
I
about
stand
that.
on that. Jermaine, we're going to backtrack to the first episode.
Okay.
I was right, you were wrong.
What do you mean?
Rhea feeds families
Yeah, when she faces good shit.
because she is good shit.
I never said she wasn't. But I did say that her title reign is boring because she
Well,
hasn't
now
had
it's
any
not.
matches.
It is
Now it's
pretty
not going to
boring.
be.
It is pretty boring, I will say.
Now is the time where we kickstart the greatest women's title run to ever happen.
I mean, I hope so. I hope so. I love Rhea Ripley. I just need that title run to be a little more something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure,
I'm
for
looking
sure.
forward to it.
Am I
Uh,
wrong for wanting? I mean, because we just saw her wrestle last year, and I think she still looked good for her age. Am I
you talking about
wrong for
Lita?
wanting to see Trish Stratus versus Rhea Ripley?
You're not, but honestly, I don't think it would deliver the way that you think it would.
I feel like it would be a squash match. They would make Rhea squash her.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean,
Squash Trish Stratus?
I can definitely see her putting Rhea over, but at this
Yeah.
point in the career, Rhea already has the title, so I feel like beating up on a Trish Stratus wouldn't do anything for her. It wouldn't make her any
Mm-hmm.
better, but it wouldn't make her any worse either. It's just kind of like
Right.
you already have the title for God knows how long. It's like,
She's had it almost a year now.
yeah,
Close.
yeah. So it's like,
Yeah.
like what are you doing?
Doesn't really boost her up to like say when she beat Becky. Like
Or
that
when
gave her
she
a little
beat
bit of
Charlotte?
yeah. Yeah.
That's all right.
Char-
Rhea versus Trish at the next Saudi show. Book it.
you know what? I can see some shit like that
Because
happen.
if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be at a Saudi show.
Okay,
I
hey, I don't mean to interject, guys, but I want y'all's opinion on something. Roman Reigns held that undisputed title for 1,316 days
mm,
and defended that title 56 times. And Seth Rollins held that title for 316 days and defended that title 62 times. I mean, can we just have this conversation?
Three
That
words.
Seth,
3 words.
what?
Quality over quantity.
Definitely. I
Quality
agree.
over
I can
quantity.
see
Seth
exactly what you're
Rollins.
talking about.
Now
Don't
this
get me
this is not
wrong.
taking away. This is not taking away anything from Seth Rollins, but
Can you
he
admit
has
he's God?
he has great matches. He has amazing matches. I have not seen a bad Seth Rollins match in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Roman Reigns though. Haven't seen a
Mm-hmm.
bad Roman Reigns match in a long time. The thing is,
Damn, I'm
Seth
trying.
Rollins represents a title for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns represents a title for sports entertainment.
And viewership.
And I think
And,
that's and
and,
I think that's what wrestling boils down to anyways, especially in WWE,
Mm.
is
It's a good
sports
counterpoint. Okay.
and I also feel like Roman was very balanced with it as well. Like he
Why?
and let me let you know on that. So
so
yes,
defensive.
he brought up the numbers that Roman Reigns only defended his title
56 times.
56 times in 1,316 days.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to think about, if you really think about it, you got to think about the people he was going up against too. I mean, you got to think about it. He beat Goldberg. He beat
Oh,
um
we're gonna bring up
Oh,
Bill?
we're also
Lashley,
counting.
McIntyre. I mean, he was knocking off top dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
he was just dominating everyone. I mean, obviously it was booked, but
Hmm.
he was knocking off just about everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Cena twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kevin
Yeah.
Owens had that great match with Kevin Owens.
The last man standing match?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
he put over Jey Uso and got him to where he is now.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn, that whole storyline, like you really gotta think about it. Roman Reigns was putting everybody over and really put WWE to where it is now.
Mm.
So it's kind of like, why would you let him have the title for that long? If he's bringing that up, he was the number one merch seller, and anytime he was on the TV, it was like a big announcement. Like he
Okay.
was a money draw. You can't
So
deny that.
And
so
like if taking this from the documentary as well, because I did watch the A&E documentary on him. He took that company from being $1 million company to being $1 billion company.
That part.
No other person, not even Steve Austin, not even The Rock, not nobody has done that.
And
That
like
is just
literally
that by itself.
every pay per
Forget
view
forget
that
the
said
title
Roman
reign.
Reigns was appearing, literally everyone tuned in. Literally
Forget the
everyone tuned in.
forget the title reign. Forget all the matches. If he's making that company that much money, that puts you in GOAT status in and of itself.
so you think how many times do you think Roman Reigns will be in the Hall of Fame? Two
Twice.
times or three?
Three
Twice.
times, actually. 3 times,
Three,
yes.
three for
Let's.
sure.
What are the three? I know the Shield, Tribal Chief, and
And Bloodline.
Bloodline. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Not to mention he was
Now,
also a Grand Slam champion.
this is also a kind of a good question. Will The Rock be included in the Bloodline
I
in
Ye-
that Hall of Fame?
definitely.
And Sami Zayn.
Ah.
Will Sami Zayn be inducted with them? Because the Bloodline's going in the Hall of Fame. It's the most dominant faction of all time.
Yeah. It's
But
definitely.
does
I
Sami
think.
Zayn get a ring with them?
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't think Sammy would like accept that he was a part of the Bloodline. I don't know. I
I
don't know. It's
mean,
hard for me to explain, but I feel like Sammy would just be like, "No, I don't want to join the Hall of Fame with them." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's
yeah, I
what.
feel like he would want it to be by himself. He
Yeah.
definitely was. He's definitely made a way by himself. Plus, I feel like the bloodline was already like peak when Sami Zayn was there. Like they didn't really need Sami Zayn.
That's true. Yep. True.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. So, Mania's over. Um. Oh. Whoa. I'm sorry. Are we gonna talk about Cody beating y'all's tribal chief, or are we just gonna skip past it?
Nah, we're
Yeah,
not
we
gonna
can
skip.
we
I'm
we
not.
can we
I'm not gonna skip past it. I'm not gonna
we can
skip
talk
past
about
it.
it.
I'm not
All
gonna
right.
skip past it. I will say it definitely caught me by surprise. Cause
You didn't think Cody was gonna win?
no, I didn't. I didn't think he was. I didn't really think the possibility was possible until the night one match after they lost the tag match.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was like, oh yeah, this guy's winning, like for sure. But then again, last year was I would dare I say last year was his moment to win it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, the door closed, but they opened it back up. But last year was just made the most sense because
Mm.
this year's Royal Rumble was improvised due to Punk getting hurt. So Cody wasn't
Punk did
even
say
gonna
in the interview, um, there was no audible when he got injured.
really.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I think he said that on the MMA or Hour.
Oh well.
Sure, we never touched up on that.
We were waiting to watch it.
Oh,
Oh well, I didn't know that. That caught me by surprise. Actually, I didn't know that. I thought it was just improvised.
yep,
But
I saw it on my Twitter.
oh
I forgot about it though until you literally brought it up that about audible. Yep,
well,
that's what Punk says. Now Punk could be. I don't think he is, but could be. You know, not.
nah, I'm not gonna lie. If Punk
Yeah,
says it, I believe it.
yeah. But Troy, let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about?
Well, first of all, before we talk about this, I'd like to take a second out of this podcast to thank Mr. Roman Reigns
Mm-hmm.
for giving us pure cinema over the past 4 years, for
Yes,
making that title mean as much as it does now.
Right.
yes, yes,
Absolutely.
yes. People
Oh.
have went to school, graduated, had
Yep.
kids. Don't we done
Yep.
went through a whole pandemic,
Yep.
Oh.
and that's purely off just the fumes of our tribal chief,
Hmm?
The aura. The aura.
the aura of our tribal chief, Roman Reigns.
Dude, if I knew both of you liked Roman, I wouldn't have invited you both on this damn podcast. If I knew you both liked him, damn.
No, no, no. But like all seriousness though, like it was time. It was definitely time. Um, it,
Don't ask Troy that.
I mean, I'm already knowing Troy's not gonna be too happy about it, but
You
it
guys
was
know the
time.
meme
It
of
was
Vince
definitely
McMahon
time.
like in the camera like doing the cut it, the cut it. That's exactly what Troy does.
Oh
Every
yeah,
time I bring up, was it time for Roman Reigns to lose the title? He'll just bring up the meme to me.
right.
Cut it with the tears.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Oh man, I'll have to like edit that in on
um,
top of this, but I'll definitely
but
do
pure bias aside,
it. Mhm.
I'm happy for Cody. He's worked his ass off. The guy constantly puts on good matches every single week.
Yeah.
Um, you know, he is obviously over with the fans, not with me. Make that clear. Uh,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
but but
Gotcha.
in all seriousness, I might be wrong about this, and I really hope I am because I want to see wrestling elevated, no matter who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the fans will just get tired of Cody within at least 6 months.
No, I don't think so. I
Face
kind of
champ
disagree with that.
runs do tend to stall a little bit.
Yeah, it's just a thing with face champs. I don't know. It's especially with how Cody has built this character since he's been back. This character has been solely focused on finishing this story.
Yes.
The story's finished, so where do we go from here? We saw the thing with The Rock, and I know we're going to get to that later, so I won't go too much into that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's we know The Rock's taking time off. What's Cody going to do next?
What's like what is Triple H gonna do now that Roman, Seth,
Right.
Becky, Rock, like all of these, the biggest stars are now taking time off,
It's a
possibly
good and a bad thing. It's a good thing because it gives other people
a chance to elevate. Yeah.
exactly. Like I want to see people like LA Knight in the main event now every week. I want to see people like
Oh god.
um I want to see like people like someone who's going to get called up like Roxanne Perez. Today I heard you
Ha.
say, "Oh my God, we're going to touch on that because I think there's an argument brewing there." Uh,
Mm.
but
Oh, we can jump in it
um,
right now.
we could we could definitely talk about the Kavorka of with everybody saying
LA
L.A.
Knight.
Knight,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. No, I can't do it.
what,
I
what do
can't.
you mean?
I can't do it. I can't do it. No.
It's all right. It's all right, Zay. It takes a little bit of time to get used to
Feel the
the Kavorka.
Kavorka.
No,
It,
no,
it,
no. Listen.
It would
Here's
help if
here's
you snap
my
into a
here's
Slim
my
Jim.
issues with L.A. Knight.
okay.
Phenomenal on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal on the mic. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
taking that away from him. Can't.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah.
I'd be wrong to take that away from him.
Yeah.
However, comma
I say what? Yeah, one more time.
his move set is just not enough. Like, can you
I feel
really?
like
Could you really sit through a 40 minute or like a 30 minute LA Knight match with
I
his
have
move
before.
set?
I
that.
have before.
Like,
Go ahead.
I can't do it. I honestly can't do it.
Have you watched Eli Drake?
Eli
And
Drake,
TNA.
I'm very familiar with him, but I'm not too. I don't know.
Not too fond.
Nah, not really.
Not too fond.
Troy, why don't you go and spit game them?
I'm just saying, man. Eli Drake versus Ethan Carter III. I'm pretty sure it was 2015. One of the greatest Impact matches I've seen for the heavyweight title. That's all I gotta say. LA Knight, yes,
I don't think he has
I
the
think
move
they've
set for
wanted
40
him.
minute match.
I think they've wanted him to use his voice more than his moves, and I think he's one of those guys that, like looking back at it, let's face it. The Rock, Stone Cold, they weren't the most exciting people to watch in ring.
Yes,
Let's
but
face
on
it.
that mic, you listen.
Yes, on the mic you listen, and that's
Yep.
why you look forward to the matches. You don't care if they don't pull out any crazy moves. They're just fighting.
You're, mm-hmm.
LA Knight, yes, he doesn't have that Stone Cold Rock status yet.
I do
But
feel like that he'll be there though. I do.
exactly. And I think, gee, you might not want to hear this, but I think
Oh.
someone like a Logan Paul, if LA Knight was to beat him, I think that would elevate him, give him the title, put on
Hmm?
some barn burners.
You're
Boom.
losing me. You went
I'm
from
absolutely not because LA Knight deserves a title, and I think that U.S. title belongs to him. Yeah.
yeah, Intercontinental title for
No,
sure.
no, I don't. I'll give him the U.S. title. I'll give him the U.S. title.
All right, Logan Paul for world champ. Let's go ahead and push it.
All
Let's
right.
push that agenda.
Let's not.
No, in all seriousness. Before we officially jump off of the the train that is WrestleMania, we've been here for damn near half an hour. I'm sorry. Uh, let's talk about the new tag team champions.
I
R-Truth and The Miz.
hate that I was right.
I told you. Didn't I say that?
No, I called it. You looked at me crazy, remember?
I didn't say that R-Truth and Miz were going to win a title.
No, you looked at me crazy, remember?
Who did I say?
You said the Judgment Day retained.
Oh man, what a dumbass I was past me. Okay. In
But
my mind, I picked R-Truth though. But okay.
I had the script.
I
I
believe you.
called.
I believe you.
I
I
didn't
knew
really
I knew
pay
the match
attention
was
too
going to
much to that match, honestly. The tag team
You didn't
division,
watch it?
I feel like the tag team division now, I feel like it needs a little bit more of a refresh. Like,
Wait, you don't like the tag team division right now?
I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. I just feel like it's not a lot going on, you know?
Hmm. Elaborate. What do you mean?
Like 2 or 3 years ago, the tag team
Mm-hmm.
division was up there. Like it was up there. Like I was locked in, but I just feel like there's just so much stuff going on with like the mid card and the world title card. It just kind of got lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Creed brothers, the addition of the Creed brothers really like brought my attention, but they haven't really done anything with them. You know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I am waiting for the Creed brothers to make their main roster debut. I'm waiting.
Right. So it's like they give us little teasers of new fresh competition, and then just give us they just haven't delivered, at least in my standards. They just haven't delivered. Now don't get me wrong, there's a lot of talent. I'm not saying that there's not any tag team talent,
Okay.
Yeah.
but I just feel like they just need to make I just feel like they need a this new era there titling it, and the draft coming up is
Yeah.
definitely gonna. They should really sit down, weigh their options, and really just take a look at the tag team division and give it, bring it back to its former glory, or at least close to it. Because I remember when the New Day and Usos were just tearing it up almost
Yeah,
every pay per
every
view, and
week.
I was into it, man.
Yeah.
I was into it. I had a box of Bootios in my pantry. You know what I'm saying? Like I
a
was into
box,
it.
a box of bootios. I love it. Oh, those real? Those aren't real, right?
They
Yeah,
were
those are
real.
real.
They were real.
They're like it's actually cereal.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Have you
I
guys
had
had it?
two. I used to bring it to school and tell people it was Bootios. Nobody believed me until I brought the box one day, and they were like, "Oh, wow, okay."
What do they taste like? Booty? I must know.
I don't know that they made sure I wasn't booty.
I love it. Let's talk about Damian Priest casting in. He is now our world champion. Do we think the title reign is going to be good?
Yes.
Who do we see as future opponents?
Ben.
McIntyre for sure. That's no, he's getting him out the way first. That's a given.
Do you think that match will be a slammer?
I don't have a doubt in my mind.
What about
Can
you,
we
Joe?
talk about the height that Damian Priest got Drew McIntyre up on that choke slam?
Oh yeah, on
Oh,
the
the
South
South
of
of Heaven?
Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
he
not
lifted him
care.
up
I stand
there.
on this. Come at me all you want. I will argue till the day I die. Damian Priest has the best choke slam.
no
Eh,
argument for me. Oh, Zay, go ahead, argue. Come on. I need my clickbait. Go ahead. Go ahead, Zay.
I'll give it to him. I'll give it to him right now. I'll give it to him.
He's teasing. He's teasing the argument, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm
He's
not.
teasing it.
I'm not. I promise. I promise. Cause even Undertaker's choke slam didn't match up at all.
When are we gonna start talking about Kane's chokeslam not being good?
It used to be. It used to be.
Like in the '90s, but I want to say from 2007 onward, I just didn't
Yeah.
feel those choke slams anymore. You know what I mean? Like I
No,
didn't
I
have
feel
that
you.
that out of body experience, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially when he teamed up with Bryan. That's when I stopped taking Kane seriously. When he
Yep.
was the big red machine, the bald Kane,
Yeah.
and had that theme song,
Which one is that? Slow Chemical or is that
Slow Chemical.
Real?
Yes, Slow
Yeah.
Chemical.
Yeah.
That was
Um,
that was prime Kane for
that was
me.
good Kane.
I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I really liked like the early 2000s Kane. Like
Which
the when he came out like shredded in the fucking singlet and shit.
yes, that's the one with the. It's
Brothers
like
with Destruction.
gray and red, right? Kind of.
Huh?
It's kind of gray and red.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And this is when the mask was. I'm trying to describe it. I can't
It was
describe it
like
right now.
inverted from his original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. All right, let's go, man. Let's keep this rolling, man. Uh, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. Do we think that's a good team? Do we think that team is worth for them to keep putting in matches? Do we what do we think the future of that team is going to be?
I don't see them lasting much longer.
Sure.
Hmm. So
Yeah,
I think there's a yes and a no answer for this question.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Yes, I think they will last, but they won't last if they don't introduce a trios title.
Yeah.
We need a trios title, okay? We have the Final Testament. And
They went back to
I'm
NXT.
gonna include NXT right here. I'm gonna include NXT. But we
Yep.
have the Final Testament. We have the Street Profits and Bobby. We have the Family. We have Metaphor. We have
What's the three-way tag team? Is that it?
Judgment Day,
Judgment Day. We have
the Bloodline. Well,
the
part of the
Bloodline.
Bloodline.
There's definitely more. They're just not coming to the top of my head. But like, there's too many factions to not have a trios title.
Yeah.
Um,
LWO too.
LWO. Boom. Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah, I was about to say Logado.
So I mean, like we desperately need a trios title because I think if you're not the Bloodline, it's going to be easy to get lost in the sauce with the factions.
100%.
So
Absolutely.
you
Okay.
gotta introduce something to elevate the trios.
Facts. All right. Jade Cargill. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Okay.
She
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
deb- She had her awesome debut at Mania. What do we think about her? Like, what are our honest opinions about her? I think She's a star.
Aura
I
for
don't
one
doubt
word.
it. I'm
Yeah.
not.
Sure.
I don't think of her. I have very high hopes for her. I really do.
Hmm.
Yes.
Seeing what she was doing in AEW, I have high hopes for her. I think she's gonna be. She was a great addition for the company, and she's gonna do big things if she's booked correctly. With the right booking, anybody could be great.
She's doing a lot of. Well, she's doing squash matches. That's what she
Right,
did on
right.
Monday.
Which is to be expected for someone of her
Yeah.
caliber. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
not gonna fault her for that, but I feel like she needs some. She really needs some valid competition. Throw her in the ring with Nia Jax for all I care.
I mean, honestly, Jade versus Nia Jax wouldn't be a bad
Wouldn't be
thing.
a bad idea.
New Nia Jax. Let's say let's
Yeah,
Well,
slow
the
yeah. The
thing is
old
that
Nia
you
Jax
don't really have
sucked.
to say that. You know what I mean? It's Nia Jax.
that. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good.
Um.
Rhea
Well,
Ripley.
hold
What?
on. Just before we move on, I did have something I wanted to
Oh,
include, if you
sorry.
don't mind,
Sorry. Go
about
ahead,
Jade.
please.
Um. One thing I'm gonna question is she gonna be full time?
Jade.
Yeah. Because I mean, we waited a whole year for her to debut, right?
Yes.
We have her on the Monday after Raw. She squashes somebody again.
Who did she squat? I can't remember.
Chelsea Green,
Yeah, it was
which, by
Chelsea
the
Green.
way, I'm a huge fan of. I love her character.
I love her
I
character.
think it's hilarious. Um.
She's the R-Truth of women.
Exactly. Um. But that's just my whole concern is, she's great and all, but I think the fans are going to turn on her if she's not full time because let's face it, she has not earned it at all.
What? Full time?
No, she hasn't earned to be part time.
Oh, oh,
100%.
a- absolutely. I mean,
Oh
the
no, no,
match
I'm not. No,
before
no, not saying you
WrestleMania.
did, Zay. Not saying you did. Not saying you did.
The match before WrestleMania, she hadn't competed since the Royal Rumble.
Right. Exactly.
So I definitely hope they don't think that she's going to be part time because the fans definitely, and I'm speaking as a fan right now, definitely ain't gonna like that.
Yeah.
Well, I
Uh,
think the reason she even took that long, I think her mother passed away.
is that true?
Yeah, yeah. On her Instagram, I think that's what it was.
Oh,
She took some time off, so.
okay, okay, okay. Well, apologies for that. Uh,
But yes,
No, a whole year is
it
kind of
would make
crazy.
sense for
I
her
stand
to
on
be
it.
full time because you can't have someone doing squash matches and barely
every
showing up
every
to
every
work.
3 months.
Right.
Yeah, and then coming in just to squash another match on the biggest stage of them all. But hey, um, Jade. All right, all right. I want y'all's opinion on something. Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair.
Next Mania.
Ooh, that's an early prediction.
Absolutely next Mania.
I'm jumping on that bandwagon. I'm jumping on it. You know,
Um, I think Jade walks in as champion though.
Yeah, I was about to say, where's the timetable for her getting a champion? Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna tune
but who would
into.
she be? Bailey?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she's got this whole feud with Damage Control going on anyways. We know Jade's
True.
gonna work better as a heel. So just put her as a heel, make her turn on Bailey, build the whole storyline at SummerSlam, have Jade beat her at SummerSlam. I think that'd be perfect.
And
You
then
don't
just
think
let
that's
her
too early
keep
to
it
put a
until
title on Jade?
Mania. Knock off, maybe fight a couple other people like Naomi and some other
Come on, let's
folks.
throw our favorite N wrestler in there, Natalia. Let's go ahead and throw her in there. Throw her to the wolves. You love her, right,
To
Troy?
put her over, yeah, I'll believe in Natalia to put her over.
Troy,
Let her knock off Nia Jax a couple more times in like a women's Iron Man match or something. Let her
Troy, we're
cook.
talking about your favorite wrestler, and you're not saying anything.
Um, Natalia's cool.
That's that's it.
That's all. That's all you
Yeah,
That's
got.
Natalia's cool.
oh my goodness. All right, all right.
Maybe bring up somebody from NXT to during the draft, whenever the
Okay.
draft
Well,
is.
quick question. Who is Gilia?
Oh yeah. Dragonov.
No, the
Wait.
female.
Oh,
The on NXT. Gilia.
oh,
I
Guilia.
gotta start watching more NXT, to
Julia.
be honest with you.
Oh, you guys don't. Oh, never mind. I was hoping you guys would know who she is, but all right. So we watched Raw after Mania. We watched, we listened to the thousands of fans saying, "Thank you, Roman." We saw The Rock come out and hand Cody Rhodes something. What do you guys think he handed him?
I have no idea. I'm not even gonna lie.
I do, I do, I do.
I have no idea.
What do you think, Troy?
All right. So, I mean, we already touched base on this, but um,
Yes.
so
Take your time.
there's a huge thing going around now, um, which is cool because at least I'm not the only one that thought about it, but I was kind of thinking I was the only one. Um, if any of y'all remember, Cody Rhodes' tour bus before WrestleMania caught fire. Um, I think what The Rock is doing is he's setting up a match with Cody at SummerSlam because obviously when The Rock handed him whatever he handed him, Cody looked very pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't look happy.
Right.
um, I think The Rock handed him a book of matches, and
Oh,
Oh,
I think he's the
oh, that's
one
cold. That's crazy.
exactly, and I think he's the one that obviously kayfabe made Cody's bus catch fire, and that's why he said,
That
"Don't you
is
ever
the
break my heart again."
long-term storytelling that I didn't think I needed. I'm glad you said that, because,
Exactly.
oh man, that's crazy. I didn't even think of that. It's like that
listen,
Stephen A.
this
Smith
man.
meme. I didn't even think of that. Oh man, how did I not even think of that?
Hey man,
But yeah, I think Cody, obviously when The Rock said, "Don't you ever break my heart again," like, don't you ever fucking steal my main event again.
Or
that's
it could have been whenever he was, speaking on Buddy's family.
that. Oh yeah,
Yep,
could
that's who. That's who.
be talking about Roman. So, how you feel, Troy,
About,
about your tribal chief not holding on to gold?
Hmm.
I don't think it's right.
How long do you think that reign should have gone?
I wanted it. I mean, it's no secret, G. I told you when this reign first started, okay? G
Mm-hmm.
can vouch for this. This man should have broken every single record.
Did he
Yes.
not break San Martino's record?
Yes.
Broke the first one, not the
He
second
should
one.
have beat it. I don't care if we had to wait another 4 years. He should have beat it.
Nah. Another 4 years of talent getting John Cena golden
What do you think
shovel.
happened back then?
Yeah.
I mean, true, but you got to understand we're in a
But
different
he
time.
defended it way less.
Way less.
Bruno, we're talking about.
And definitely not to the caliber of Roman at all either. There definitely wasn't, you know, as much exposure to San Martino. It's kind of like Wilt Chamberlain's 100,
Well, that's my whole thing.
a
Like,
100
dude,
point
imagine,
game.
not even saying this from a fan's perspective, it was a feel good moment for Cody. But just imagine another, like, few years on top of that, and then Roman finally gets beaten.
Mm,
Imagine how that really would change wrestling.
yeah.
But like I said, I
It
felt
would
like,
literally change everything you know.
I felt like Roman should have lost it last year. Last year
All right,
was the
here's our
best
argument.
time for him to lose
All
it.
right, here's our argument. Okay, all right.
No. Oh, no, no, no. Please say continue.
Yeah,
Tell me
I think
more.
Roman should have just lost it last year. That was his
Okay,
moment.
so absolutely not, first of all. Second of all, that
Here we
man
go.
Cody, first of all, never competed for a championship up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
In
Mm-hmm.
WWE, which is all that matters. Thank you. Second of all, Cody
Mm-hmm.
wasn't as over as he was or as he is now. He
At
was
39?
he was over, but like I said, I hope I'm wrong. Back then, if he would have won, the fans would have turned on him in a few months. Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
I do
Now
think
that they
last year would have
put
been
him
too
through
early to
actual
win the
now
title.
that now that they put him through actual hard times like his dad, to where he had to go through Brock, he had to go through, Damian Priest, he had to go through Shinsuke, he had to go through
Yeah.
uh whoever else,
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens, like all
He
these
went through
people.
Kevin Owens?
Wait, you're talking about Roman still, right?
No, Cody.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
But
Oh,
he had to fight all.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, you did.
Um,
But yeah, like he had to fight all these people, so it made it like I still don't agree with it, but it made the win this year
More,
feel a lot more justified
yeah.
than it would have last year.
When all he did was beat
Last
Seth.
year I would have automatically called bullshit.
True.
Mhm.
Okay, that makes sense.
I love this. Now argue. Well, I'm just kidding. I can't force anything here. We are an authentic podcast. We love. Hey, we just let the heat come to us, brother. Let's talk about Gunther. He lost the Intercontinental title to a man I didn't expect him to lose it to. Sami Zayn. Um, I already told you, Troy, how I feel about this. We're gonna see Gunther in the world title picture. What about you guys? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about Gunther?
Yeah, 100%. I'm 100% about that. Cause Gunther, he believe it or not, he was putting on like. Don't get me wrong, Roman was definitely a money maker in his own right.
Yeah,
But Gunther was putting on cinemas, bro.
he was putting on cinema.
Like for example, that match last year with Sheamus and McIntyre.
Sheamus and Drew at
Oh
Mania,
my goodness.
absolute cinema.
I was glued to my screen for that
Yeah,
match.
it was a banger.
I turned my friend into that was a non-believer in Gunther into a believer. Before the match started, he was telling me how terrible Gunther was. After the match, he texted me personally and said, "Yo, Gunther's legit." And I'm like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I told you,
Gunther's that guy, man.
he's him."
Now, what world title do we see Gunther going after?
World Heavyweight Championship.
You don't think he's ready for the undisputed?
I
No.
think he's right. I think he should go for the undisputed. He's earned at least the title shot, even if he doesn't
Yeah,
hold it.
yeah.
I
Even
could
if he
see
loses,
him going in like a 20, 30 minute match with Cody. That
I
would
mean, hell, we saw a preview of it at Royal Rumble.
yes,
I just want to see it.
that match would feed families. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm saying he's ready for the undisputed. He doesn't have to win, but I know it would.
That's what's gonna piss me off.
What? Oh, oh, him losing. Gotcha.
He's just
Oh,
not a fan of
Because I
Cody
already watched him
Lander.
beat my tribal chief. I can't watch him beat my ring general.
you're
But
right.
keeping
You're
a
right.
buck 50 though. So how do y'all feel about the? This is a little side note, real quick. So I
Yeah,
know y'all both seen the little TikTok I sent you about Cody
yeah.
and his gimmick. Imagine if they book him like that. Do you think that would change your minds on the booking of Cody? Because I know
Yes.
you guys said he would probably get stale because he would be a babyface. But what if he just slowly just morphed into the Cody Land, the Homelander type behavior? Could you see that? And do you think that would work?
Yes.
I think so.
Yes. I mean, we've already seen it in New Japan. Um, I think Cody, I'm kind of biased towards heels. I think everybody knows that, but I think
Yeah,
Cody is one of those people that he can work both as a face and a heel. It's just like I said, as a face, as a champion, it's hard because when you're a face, you're supposed to face adversity. It's hard to face
yeah,
adversity when you're always on top.
yeah.
Um, so I think Cody as a heel, not right now, obviously, don't pull the trigger right now, but I think by maybe after next Mania, if he's still champion, absolutely make him a heel.
Cody as a heel would feed families. We already saw that in
You know what I just thought
NJW.
about? You know what I just thought about? There's
Hit
a
us up.
match. Now, I don't know if we discussed it on the topic, but I'm gonna bring this up because I personally thought about it. A great match for Cody with the title. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it, and you guys are gonna agree with me. Randy Orton,
Yes.
Randy Orton, and Cody for a title. And I know you probably are
Uh,
wondering how would that make sense?
you don't
Legacy,
explain too much.
legacy. Remember,
Legacy.
remember legacy.
Randy Orton was the reason Cody Rhodes got fired.
Right.
Oh, you don't have to explain too much.
That could be a
Oh, man.
SummerSlam worthy match.
And
Or heck, even a Mania
But
worthy
Randy's a
match.
face right now.
and Verb
Especially because Orton's on borrowed time with his surgery and stuff like that. We
Yeah.
mm,
don't know how much longer we're gonna get any Randy Orton matches.
You know what? Let's talk about this real quick since we're on the topic of title matches and runs. How many they got left? Is John Cena gonna break the world title?
He should.
No,
He should. He should.
like I know we want him to, but is he?
I don't think he will now. No.
Oh, now that Cody's champ.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I could see him
If he
knocking
was
off.
to
I don't
beat,
think. I don't think he should go after Cody's title specifically. If he gets the other
if he beat
title,
Priest, would that count?
Yes.
yeah, yeah, it would.
Okay,
It's a world title.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
I,
as
I,
long as he has it, I don't care if he just has it for like one or two pay-per-views and then loses it, or has it for a little bit and then
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But
yep.
as long as he beats Flair's record and cements himself into legacy and then rise off into the sunset, I'll consider it. Because John Cena literally has nothing left to do but put people over. He literally has nothing else to do. He has
He
nothing
put over
left to
Austin
prove.
Theory and where's Theory
Also
now?
stick his nose where it doesn't belong. But anyways.
I mean,
You
yeah,
know who else
but
stuck their nose where it didn't belong, Troy? You want to say it or should I?
Go ahead.
The Undertaker.
no,
What? Go
no.
ahead. Go ahead, Zach.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It makes sense.
It
Explain.
finally.
It makes
Cinema.
Explain.
sense. It didn't make sense. I honestly thought it was going to be Stone Cold.
And don't you say
Stone
it's because
Cold would have
he's at
been more.
WrestleMania.
Stone Cold would have been more. It would have made more sense.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure we all would have had the same reaction had we heard that glass break. But Undertaker makes sense too because Roman Reigns did defeat Undertaker at a Mania.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But this is what doesn't make sense. They teamed up afterwards. So what are we talking about here?
Oh my god, dude! You can still team with somebody and not like them for beating you at something.
That just doesn't make sense.
That's okay. Troy. It didn't make sense
The
for my
tribal
Seth
chief didn't
Rollins
beat
to lose
Roman. The
his
big
title.
dog did.
I feel like that ending could have been better. Like everyone that Roman has ever defeated should have came out and just had like an Avengers Endgame type battle.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's not enough bloodline members to fight all that.
Well, then get the most prominent members. Like you can get you mean to tell me they couldn't get a Kevin Owens, a Sami Zayn, and a well they already had
I
Seth.
mean, but is a Kevin Owens gonna beat The Rock?
He can try. He fought Stone Cold.
Yeah, but I don't know.
They could jump the Rock.
Yes, jump The Rock. Jump the final
And then
boss.
you forgot about Solo Sokoa as well. Even though
Where
Cena
was
took
he?
him out.
Where was he?
Solo was there.
Yeah, yeah,
He
Cena put
was
him
there
through
in
a
that
table.
sequence?
Dude,
Oh
Cena
wait, yeah,
came
Cena
out.
AA'd him. Cena AA'd him. Yeah. Okay, I forgot for a second. Like, where was Solo Sokoa? Okay, got it. So, Troy, Zay, final thoughts. Roman losing the title, yay or nay?
Yeah,
No.
yeah, yeah. Even
Oh, you
though
both said
Roman
yeah.
is
That's
still
good.
my tribal chief and the bloodline is not over, but yeah,
Yep.
it
You
was a
don't
long
think the
time
bloodline's
coming.
over?
You
Hmm.
said what? I don't. I don't.
The
As
bloodline as we
layered
know
as
it.
the story was, I would be a fool to think that it would be over.
Go ahead, Troy.
I think The Rock takes over the bloodline and it creates the Rock and Roman storyline.
Oh, that leads up into next year's Mania.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Give the viewers some insight, Troy. Like, let us know your creative thought process on this.
I mean, obviously we're gonna see Rock and Cody at some point.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be SummerSlam. Um,
Hey, that's in my hometown.
Honestly, I'm not gonna be surprised if we don't see Roman until SummerSlam.
Do you think Cody or Roman interferes?
I think Roman interferes. I think Roman helps Rock win.
Oh, you think The Rock's actually going to win it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think Roman makes it clear that he only won because of him.
Ooh.
Because you gotta look at it from perspective. The Rock,
Mm-hmm.
since he's been back, has completely overshadowed Roman.
Yes.
So
And you
wait,
can tell on
question then.
Roman's
So
face at
let
this
me ask
point.
you this then. Let me ask you this, Troy. So
Mm-hmm.
with you saying that, then what would be the purpose? Because I don't I know if you I know you remember this storyline when Roman Reigns put Solo Sokoa as the next tribal chief. So
Yeah.
where
Mhm.
does that leave him if he gets into that
Um.
feud with The Rock? Where does that leave the Soul Sokoa thing? Because I'm a big fan of long term storytelling.
Well, I think Solo is gonna obviously end up being tired of being number two,
So you
and
think he's
that's what's
gonna
gonna.
side with The Rock, maybe,
Yes,
or
and then obviously
maybe,
I think after all that boils over, he's gonna be tired of being number two, and he's gonna go off on his own.
and you think that then, and like I said, the bloodline is not over it. I'm telling you, it's too many layers.
I agree. I don't think it's over, but I think the bloodline is over as you know it.
Yeah, like with the Roman, with them following after Roman.
Yep.
That what you mean? Yeah, I think that. I think that bloodline is over.
I mean, I'd even love to see an evolution type kick out of Roman. That'd be kind of like creating something,
Mm,
like Rock has Solo Spike Roman or something, and that's when you don't
yeah.
see Roman till
No, I
SummerSlam.
know what you mean. I was just thinking of a,
There's
like a
there's different
scenario.
ways you can go about it. But I think no pun intended, all roads lead to Roman and Rock at WrestleMania. Or yes, Roman and Rock at WrestleMania.
I,
Whether
I,
there's a title
I
or no title, either way, I'm invested.
absolutely, absolutely invested. All right, let's do some predictions. Let's get to predictions. Um, the next big feuds. What you guys got?
Hmm.
Well, obviously one of them's Rhea and Liv Morgan.
Oh, say that second name one more time.
Liv Morgan.
Ha!
She's not winning.
She's
Shut
not.
up.
She's
Let me
not.
have my moment. Just let me have my moment.
I didn't think you was a big Liv Morgan fan. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie to you.
tremendous. Tremendous. She is the embodiment. She is the embodiment of what a woman should be in the WWE.
A
The
Mm.
crybaby.
embodiment. She's just on. She's just greatness. She could be her. She needs to make her own bloodline, and I join it.
Oh my god, dude, she's not that good. Come on.
Stop it. You will not. You will not
What are you, a 13-year-old
destroy.
year old girl?
Huh?
Oh wow. Oh
What did you
wow.
say?
I said, what are you, a 13-year-old girl?
I am a grown man. All right.
She's
I'm
the
not
female
13.
version of Cody. She comes out every week and cries.
Oh
Okay, she did
man.
no. She ain't do no
Oh,
crying on
he
Monday.
went there. He went
Am I
She
wrong?
there.
ain't.
Am I wrong? Am I
She
wrong?
ain't. She ain't cry on Monday.
Oh. She will, though.
Ooh, ooh. We gotta tune
Bet.
in
You
tomorrow
want to make another
too.
bet?
Dude,
I
she's
gotta
not
tune
beating
in.
Rhea.
I gotta tune in tomorrow too. Cause
Oh,
I already know
Friday Night
Smack.
SmackDown predictions, man. What we got? What we got? What we got?
I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I
Actually,
can't.
wait, Zay.
We
I
see
didn't get your.
Carmella
I
and
didn't get your
Rhea.
next big feud prediction.
Next big feud,
Yeah,
like just any feud,
any feud doesn't matter.
any
Like, what do you
feud.
biggest feud?
I already said it earlier. It's got to be Randy and Cody, potentially.
That's a good prediction. That's a really good prediction.
Randy and Cody has to, if it booked correctly, especially if it's like the legend killer Randy
Mm-hmm.
Orton, like the
Yeah,
Randy Orton that was kicking people's heads into the WWE universe.
we
Cody,
got a glimpse at Mania.
yeah, we definitely got a
Um,
glimpse of that. That speed segment was hilarious. Like, oh my gosh,
ah, man is barking and cussing out Randy Orton and
man,
get
Buddy just got punted. It would have been funny if he punted his head and like the top came off of the prime bottle. That would have been.
would have been glorious cinema if I may. Uh, okay, all right. Friday Night SmackDown predictions. What do we think is gonna happen? Or do you guys? I don't think Cody's gonna be on SmackDown. That's my big prediction for SmackDown.
I feel like he is. I feel like he is.
Sure.
I think you got to have everybody on each show until the draft.
Oh, the draft is in 2 weeks.
So I think up until then, you should have everybody on every show just to make sure everybody's like, who's gonna be on what show. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
keep everybody
Actually,
guessing.
yes, yeah.
Unlike that weak wild card rule, you guys remember
Yeah,
that
that
from a
no,
couple
like
years
I,
ago?
I hope when they do the draft they get rid of that shit because there's no point.
That was stupid.
Um,
The free agent thing where they could literally just choose what show.
I'm not sure though, because we got to figure out what Logan Paul's next feud's gonna be.
Yeah,
We got to
that's my big prediction on the next big feud.
right,
Whoever's with Logan Paul.
right. We got to see what Bailey does next.
Yeah, she'll probably be on SmackDown.
I mean, I think what's on everybody's mind is Roman or Rock gonna be there?
I don't think Roman will. I really
No.
don't. I don't think we see Roman for a while. But could
Yeah.
be wrong. He could appear. But we'll see. All right, guys. Hey, look, we made it. Episode 3. It's in the books. I thank you both for coming on. We had fun. Had a lot of laughs. Couple disagreements. We didn't get the clickbait that I really wanted, but still a great
No,
episode.
definitely not. Definitely, we're definitely gonna keep it real. That's one thing for me. I'm gonna keep it
And
real.
it's up to you. We'll dedicate a show to wrestling hot takes. I think that
Yeah.
Yes.
might be a good one.
Yes, definitely. I'm definitely gonna have to get both of you guys on again, man. If you guys want to leave any of your socials, anything for people to find you guys, go ahead and
EO.Zay with 2 Y's on Instagram. Follow me. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, that's really it. I'm not really
sure,
active on the other socials for.
sure.
Uh, mindyourbusiness.com
Wait, is that
Now is that for
actually
me
it?
or the fans? What?
for everybody listening.
Oh man.
Your father listens to this.
He's got my number.
Oh
Your
man.
father literally listens to us. But okay. Hey,
Oh
listen.
man.
I thank you both for coming on, man. This is Jermaine signing off, and we'll catch you guys in the next one, man.
All righty.